What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Black Desert. So, I heard Elvia Hexe is kind of busted right now, and people are making a lot more than they should be. But I also read in the notes it's going to be fixed next week, so it's one of those things I just want to try out. And even without it, I always thought Elvia Hexe was a pretty decent spot. And so, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to try it out, see what we can do. And of course, with the new changes, I made some videos the other day talking about what I have changed. So what I am going to be using today is we're going to be using Vicious Shadows instead of All Out Attack. We're going way above. This spot doesn't have species damage, but I'm just going to use my standard PvE crystals. Nothing changed yet. That said, everything else standard. We're going to go over cap, so we use Exquisite. And let's see, hold on, let me... Isn't there a... Yeah, hold on. There's a Marnie realm. Everyone else and their mom is here right now. Let me just go in here. It's been so long since I've had to use the Marnie realm, but either way, this spot is actually pretty cool. I really like it. Let's see, we are 295, a 305. Any other buffs that we need to run? I don't think so, to be honest. All right, let's just go. All right, let's see how busted this spot actually is. I don't know how much trash is actually normal. It's been literally years since I've grinded here in general. So we'll see. This on screen. We're not using Agris. I know Agris might be pretty solid here with the whole change, but for the sake of just, you know, a consistent test, let's just not use it. I will admit things are melting a lot faster. So if you want to see like all the add-ons and everything I used previously, check the videos that are recent, like I uploaded them yesterday. Last time, did they change this spot? Because I always thought the Marnie realm was a longer loop. If they just increased the respawn timer but lowered the area, I think that's also actually pretty good. But yeah, there's still a lot of testing to be done with all these spots. I don't think anyone really knows like what's good and what's not, so it's just testing. Also, the fact that I heard that people within like the 270 300 AP area, like, they're feeling bad about it. A lot of other, you know, with the recent changes, hopefully all of this gets fixed. It's kind of like a disaster right now, not gonna lie. Yeah, they definitely changed the Marnie realm spot here. I think the silver really comes in from the Crystallized Despairs. So hopefully we get a lot of them. I remember this spot being pretty decent. I think most people are getting like 20 to 30 an hour. But if you get like the light buff that happens and you're just melting things even faster, that's probably even more. I wonder, wait, are people getting the, what is it, the Hex Marie and the other boss spawns a lot more frequently here? I assume that's, if you're killing it faster, that's what happens. I honestly feel like I could just face tank those AoEs. I remember a couple years ago I was not able to face tank those, and you actually have to move out where they were actually big damage. Good news though, for all of you who are not at the end game still using frenzy drafts, chances are there's a lot of these sitting, the corrupted oil whatever things. Wait, this spot drops Capra stones? I didn't know that. I guess I... Wasn't it supposed to be like you leave these alone and then you let them all spawn? And then you AoE it down? I don't know, it's been years. So basically what's wrong with this spot right now is, you know how every spot is supposed to have like more health and everything? Yeah, they didn't test this one, and it's same as like, we all just got like double AP at the end game, but nothing got changed with this spot. I need to go watch my older videos to see how much trash loot I used to get back in the day and then compare it. But I think people said they're making like over 2 bill an hour. I assume most of this comes from crystallized shards and any distos or whatever that people got. I actually do like smaller Marnie Realm. It might be a little bit less loot just because you don't have the extra rotation for fast clearing. But, I mean, it's nice. Feels like Jade Starlight Forest, where I'm only doing like 3 packs, and they're all just right there. So how long until we get, what is that boss that turns everything like celestial colored, whatever? Or a Hex Marie. I want that buff, and I want to start melting things in actual one-shots. Another one. How many have we gotten? 7 Crystallized Despairs already in 12 minutes. Pretty good. You know, like, I know this spot is supposed to be not working as intended, but like, you would think at Pearl Abyss, if you just kept it like this, people would actually have fun grinding and spend more time in the game. So like, why is this a bad thing? I don't understand. Just buff all the other spots up so people are having fun and making more trash loot instead of making less trash loot. Like, I don't understand. Don't they want player retention? Don't they want people to have fun? That means they're spending more money, you know, all that stuff. But instead they wanted to make things less fun. Everyone's getting less trash loot. I don't understand. Well, yeah, like melting all these things right now, it's fun. I heard they buffed Garmoth recently too, like a couple of weeks ago, where you could get those shards to get the Garmoth start easier now. I think that's good. Because ever since Garmoth came out, what was it, like 5 years ago? Well, actually, they didn't have those shards until recently, like a year or two ago, but I've only gotten 7 of them. Oh, boss, ogre. Let's see how fast we can melt this one, unless that one is actually kind of changed. Yeah, ogre, let's go. I remember actually almost dying to this one back in the day, because like the slam does so much damage. So you see this buff right here? Corrupted Darkness? Basically, you one-shot everything for a solid 5 minutes. Which, I don't know, like, this might actually be a bad thing for super geared players, because now the respawn timers are all off. Geared player problem, I don't know. But the sad thing is, this has a 30-minute cooldown, so at max you get to an hour. Okay, so yeah, usually this buff is a very good thing because you just melt things, but when you're beyond like overcapped, the respawn timers are actually off, and I'm just like, oh, okay. This is the one downside of Marnie Realm. You only have 3 rotations, whereas Non probably has like 6 or 7. How much is trash loot even worth here? 26k? Yeah, trash loot itself not so good, but Crystallized Despairs and everything are pretty nice. Oh my god, a slanted balance just like deleted things. Holy. I got a manual loot now. See, like, you see what the problem is? This is fun. And then Prolibus is like, nah, this is a bug. Shouldn't happen. Like, let people have fun. Guarantee you, if they made more grind spots like this and just keep things the way it is, people would be having more fun, people would be spending more money, people would be playing the game more. literally good for profits, shareholders, business. But no, here we are. Next week, gonna go back to normal. Also, I just never really understood why they want to like limit how much silver people can make, but at the end game, people are spending literally trillions of silver on one piece a year. Like, if anyone has ever done calculation to see how much you make or how much it costs to get a deck sovereign, that's like 3 trillion silver. 3 to 4 trillion. But God forbid this bot makes 2 bill an hour and they're like, nah, we're gonna nerf it. I bet you the Hex Marie boss is still kind of busted, like actual bad busted, not good. It was bad back in the day as well. All the other bosses were good. Hex wasn't. The only bad thing here is I assume that like your horse does not go in the realm, and so if you're over clearing and you get a lot of loot, you're gonna have to mate it. I like this boss. It's kind of cool. It gives you a lot of extra trash loot. The one thing you should know about this boss is I know a lot of people pause to try to kill everything. You just keep going on with your rotation, enemies will come to you. One downside is for me, like, I am not looting fast enough. Make sure, right? Like, pets are on agile, all 5 of them. Giga Gourd. Basically, you let the enemies come to you. You don't wait for them. No, I didn't burn it fast enough. How many despairs do we have? 18 in 26 minutes. Honestly, that's like the amount I got in 1 hour back in the day. I think the last time I grinded here was before Land of the Morning Light came out. Because we had to collect the things for the gloves, and that turned out to be a mistake. I spent more on day one on gloves than I should have costed if I just waited a week. Well, I'm glad we didn't get the terrible boss yet, so that's probably next. I really realistically think I could probably face tank one of those red AoEs now, just with more gear and everything, but I think it's just old habits don't stand in red kind of thing. Why? Oh my god, this is a lot of weight for the trash loot. Holy, okay. I think if I wasn't in the Marnie realm, I could do significantly better, but once again, everyone else is here. Just wanted to make a video in peace. Haven't had to manual loot in quite a while. More Crystallized Despairs, please. My goal is, well, we got 18 in 30 minutes, so let's try to aim for 30. So I heard all you had to do is complain about it if you want more drops. So more Crystallized Despairs, please. What's the next boss? We had Ogre, the Cyclops, Giga Gord, Hex Marie. Do you see how I just ate like 5 of those dog bombs? Back in the day, that would have killed you. Actually kind of unlucky on the Crystallized Despairs lately. What a bait. Those look kind of the same. Hey, we got one. All right, let's see. Inventory is almost full. It's fine though. Another one. Holy. Yeah, Pearl Abyss. Just want to let you guys know that this is fun. Don't stop nerfing things. Let the endgame players have their fun, and then let the newer players have a goal to look up to. Oh, this one's cool. I didn't really have to move much because I had constant waves coming at me. I think a gourd's coming out. Is that Hex Marie? I heard something. Oh, yeah, it is. Holy knowledge. Dude, what is Gigagord at? Like 10%? I think I just melted 2 bosses in like 30 seconds. $24 despairs. We'll calculate all the trash loot and everything at the end. Don't worry about that. I'm curious to know too. It's not so much about the money. It's just like, did I have fun? And the answer was absolutely had fun with this. All right, 20 minutes left. Can we get another like 6 or 7 despairs? +1. Another +1. Now they're rolling in. Let's go. Probably like 2 more waves of that before it spawns the thing. I think Scorching Sun Shards are the things used to convert your Black Star or Goddard to the other one. Probably a few more uses of it besides enhancing and swapping, but I don't think I've had to use them in a while. Maybe you use it to swap the like your Fallen God choose the other, like DR to evasion, I think. 600 blackstones this hour. Holy. All right, give me another boss because we don't have a cooldown anymore, so we have like 13 minutes to grind. Yeah, one more boss. Give me 5 minutes of one-shots. DK 100 does like no damage. What in the world? But then Zerker 100 does so much damage. Dracania 100 is insane. Or 200 that is too. Manual looting in 2025. Here we are. But yeah, I think I could have done significantly better. Non-Marnie Realm is just spot was full when I was here. That's all. Too lazy to change. Come on, game. Give me one more boss so I could get the 5-minute one-shots for the next like 10 minutes or so. Does Hex Marie give the buff? I don't think so. I think it's only the big bosses. Dude, she takes so long to spawn. Good lord, what's happening? Yep, she doesn't give the buff. It's only the big ones. One Cyclops, Ogre, another Gigagord would be cool. think that's 30. Oh, 31. All right, cool. Corrupted breath must be hard minimumed. I think they've always been minimum for the past couple of years, but it's gonna be especially bad now. Come on, game. One more boss. One more big one. What are we at? Let's see. 32 Crystallized Despairs. Ooh, boss. Another Giga Gourd. Nice. Perfect timing. By the time we beat the boss and then get our final 5-minute timer on the huge buff, hour will be over. I know, like, if you've never grinded this spot and this is like your first time watching this video, you're probably overwhelmed by all the colors and everything. It's really not that bad. You just fight things normally till boss comes out, fight the boss, repeat. Ooh, a piece of candy. Did I just get 2 of them? One. Dang, the boss goes into its like second phase at 40. I thought I could actually push it. All right, cool. We got our 5-minute buff. Melt things and we'll be good. And that's the end of our hour. See, this is what fun feels like in BDO when you're grinding. I got a manual loot. Holy. $36. I should try this again at another time with Agris, just to see how much better it would be. Maybe I'll do another hour later. Crap, I popped the extra harmony. Forgot. That's fine. I think I made more than enough silver to cover that cost here. Okay, so once the 30 seconds for the boss buff ends, I'm done. Look at that enemy outside of the map. Oh no! No! Alright, I guess we're doing it. I can't just leave it here, so we're doing it. So, if you guys don't know, basically, this is the equivalent of getting that boss buff again. You place it in a spot, and then everything within the like yellow wall takes increased damage. So it's like, well, plus 5 minutes. Or wait, hold on. How long does this last? 30 seconds. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was 5 minutes. I could do another minute. How long does this last? It's resetting. I think it is 5 minutes. Okay, well, we go until Marnie Realm ends then. Or until this ends. So the placement of this is actually important if you are not in the Marnie realm. But if you are, then literally just drop it in the middle and you'll be fine. Wait, does the Marnie realm still do that ding when like the timer is running out? Yep. Okay, we got 1 minute left. One minute left. We get one more Crystallized Despair. No, not that. Yeah! Okay, I hope I can... Oh no, there was leftover loot! Wait. Doesn't exist! Oh my god. Okay, well, that was a fun hour. I legitimately had fun that hour, but it's gonna be gone next week. Alright, let me get out of here. New content info. Wait, what? New pet feature. What? It's not even new. What in the world? All right, let's do some calculations, boys. Let's do it. Let's pull up the calculator. $37,774 times, how much are these worth? 26,190. What a weird number. Like a billion in, a little under a billion in trash loot. 835 times 150. Like 150k for each stone. It's probably less. Okay, so that's like a billion. 1.1. 100 Capris. 110 Capris from that one. So it's like looking at like 1.4 billion. 40 Crystallized Despairs at 22, let's just say 23 million times 40. 2 billion, like, okay, so that's 1.4 plus another 2.3. And then another, like, I don't know how much that is actually. 12 times, how much is that? 25,207. 40 mil. I would say that's like 2.6 billion total. It's probably a little bit less after taxes, but I mean, that was still a solid hour at Hex for the spot. So, with that said, around 2.6, 2.8 billion. I'm actually kind of surprised. Usually, back in the day, I would get like 20 of these an hour, and I was like, oh, I was happy with that. 40 is just a bonus, plus another 100 Capra stones. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, well, with that said, it's been a fun test. Unfortunately, this is going to be nerfed in a week, but I just truly want to say that that was like the most fun hour I've had grinding. Pearl Abyss, I think it would be a good idea to not nerf spots anymore. Just like buff things up so people have fun grinding. Then people will spend more money, and you know, people are just happier. So like, just keep that spot the way it is. Maybe tone down some other spots, and then, you know, people are just having fun again. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.